Hello from Southern Ontario, October 4th, Sunday today. Rare luxury day off, slept right in. Beautiful. Point is, I gotta wonder why people take a COVID test if they don't have to. I got a buddy who works for the film industry. They've opened back up recently. Hollywood North, they call it. To go back to work, they want him to have a COVID test. Well, then there are other reasons that you may want to or need a COVID test. Employment, sick children, from school, etc. Most of them dubious of common sense, I'd say. However, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. But I wonder, do people think it's a preventative measure? It's not, And have you not seen the videos? They reach in with a swab and a big long Q-tip way up into your sinuses and they rub the membrane of your brain. I don't want anybody poking around in there. No, thank you. Why is that? Everybody else in the world has a swab test. However, well, why is that? It's because Trudeau's just making the COVID agenda work for his socialist dictatorship notions. However, that's opinion, I suppose. It's not a preventative measure, people. And you could catch the COVID while you're in line. You could catch it on the way home. You could catch it the next day. If you aren't forced into needing it, why would you take it? And do you not see the vids on the internet? The tests say it can't distinguish between if you've had a flu shot last year, if you have an assortment of different viruses, the common cold even. I had the H1N1. By all accounts, that virus, I survived it, barely, but that's a story unto itself. But apparently that virus is still lurking around in my body, will be forever, and that would give me a positive COVID test. And then you see again on the internet little videos and clips and still pics there. It says on the test kit, it can't distinguish COVID from, again, a plethora of other viruses. And then the odds are good that you're going to test positive for, again, a plethora of other things and not have the COVID at all, have had it and been cured, or asymptomatic, you have it, but you don't display any COVID symptoms. So why would you get the test? The morning tea. All you're doing, if you go and have that test for no reason other than your own peace of mind, again, it's not a preventative measure. All you're doing there is feeding Trudeau's agenda. Remember how he acted at the start of the COVID crisis. He's still using it, utilizing it to keep Parliament closed so they don't climb up his ass about the WE issue and half a dozen other corruption issues. An awful lot of missing money. An awful lot. Tell your sheepies out there, people, not to go take a COVID test. If nothing else, do you really want them scraping the membrane on your brain unless you're forced into doing it? And think about that forced issue. Your kid comes home from school with a sniffle. Well, that's going to be happening in droves. Today's October 4th. I was planning some yard work. I don't want to be out there. It's mushy and oof. Yeah. Since when don't kids get sniffles at school at this time of year especially? So the kid gets sent home, the mom has to self-isolate or whatever, she can't go to work unless, they go get the COVID test, which is like good for 1 day. Okay, little Timmy sniffles just a common cold. No reason little Timmy or Mummy or somebody can't come home with the COVID the next day. So unless you're forced into it, think about why you're forced into that. Again, it goes back to Trudeau and his agenda. So that's my ramble for today. Take care, people.